What is up, everybody? I am back for another video. Today, as stated in the previous video, my hands are down here, so I top my hands. So as stated in that previous video, we are covering Gringo Loco's World on Lucha. This event started off with a scramble between Rafael, Quintero, Resplandor, Dulce, Tormenta, Devon, Monroe. You're fucking with a different boy, Jimmy fucking Lloyd, and the Silver Tongue Savant, the former Fuego del Sol, KJ Orso. Orso started this match just mouthing off, saying that the mask people are stupid because he formerly wore a mask and now he's bitter and whatnot. And so, he went after the match repeatedly on a couple of people. John Wolf from Game Changer World Podcast repeatedly have said that he would love to see them put old Fuego gear on Resplandor, because he's like very much the same size that KJ was back when he was doing the Fuego gimmick, and have KJ face himself in a way. I think that match would be good. And then but ultimately I can't remember who he pinned, but KJ Orso picked up this victory. Very good match. Couldn't have asked for a better opener, especially for this. It was a scramble match, so they went to a fall to a finish. Just people. So let's move on to our next content. Oh, I gave that match also 3.5 stars. Forgot, I do star ratings on these. This time since I started at the first video of the collective. Good. So yeah, let's move on to the next match. Then you had Julissa, Mexica. They pronounce it like 3 different ways. I couldn't catch what the actual. What? I think it's supposed to be Julissa. Versus Cinder Rosa. Very good back and forth match. That, like, you couldn't ask. It's a luchadora mask match. Very good back and forth. Excellent contest. Hard hitting for ladies at least. Thunder Rosa picked up the victory by pinfall. Couldn't ask for anything better. Like you don't really need to have like 3 or 4-way women's matches all the time. Then we had our first of 2 trios contests. These are 6-man tag team matches. Fama, Gardo, and Toxin, teaming with Horus, who is actually technically a former Rey Mysterio, because he was trained by Rey Mysterio's uncle, Rey Mysterio. But he decided to drop the Mysterio part and went with Rey Horus, still fighting out of Tijuana. I think he fights at the heart of Tijuana or something along those lines, versus Briyante Jr. I have no remembrance of how to say that. And the Mexi boy, this noisy boy in Spanish Fly. This match was very good. High flying trios. Good lucha action. At some point, they had to change some of the stuff they were gonna do, because Legato, I don't know. I think got hurt, or at least was hurt bad enough where he either stayed on the floor or they took him to the back. So there's a lot of from that point on. It was a lot of 2-on-3 from Fama and Horus, or Toxin and Horus, to the other three. But good match. They recovered well. You couldn't even tell that this stuff wasn't supposed to have happened. Like, it looked like, even though they were one person short, they had planned that be one person short the entire match. So I gave this 3.5 stars. Then we had what was going to be a good match, and this was the second match these two people have ever had. We had Galeno Del Mal and Jack Cartwheel. Good big guy, little guy match, even though it was a lucha style match. That big guy can move, believe it or not. Most of these big luchadors can move, but the ref had to stop this match. From what I could tell, they went outside, they did a couple things, and Cartwheel went, and your typical reverse Rana into like a power bomb. Maul got Cartwheel up into a power bomb scenario and then whipped him straight into the steps. And you can't really land on your back in those scenarios, so he kind of landed on his shoulder really awkwardly. It looked like that's where the injury initially happened, or at least partially happened. And so they do a few things on the outside. They get back in. Cartwheel reverses one thing. He goes to do a springboard Phoenix Splash, and he gets hurt. Like, he lands straight on his shoulder, and that ended the match. Like, he couldn't move. Pictures on social media, he's getting better. Obviously, it's gonna take a while, especially with, he's Jack Cartwheel for a reason. Like, he does cartwheels everywhere. So it was a good match. It was just getting going. Probably going to be a 4-star match in my opinion. But Cartwheel got hurt, and I'm sorry that just jostled everything. So they had to end early, but still 3.5-star match. Excellent. We had an international trios match, which was your third trios. This was Team Gringo. Your host for this evening, the base god Gringo Loco versus Vengador versus the King of Strange Style Arez, aka El Clone in AEW. Then we had Team Dragon Gate. Hayo, KZ, and Yuki Yoshika, and some of these Japanese names and Spanish names kind of are hard. So yeah, very good match. Each team had a turn to go back and forth, doing 3-man stuff. Just excellent match. Team Gringo picked up the victory in this match. Couldn't have asked for much better. Like, it was just good lucha shit. So I literally wrote good lucha shit. Gave this match 4 stars. Best match technically it's the second best match I've seen on this card, because I had a very hard time coming up with the rating of the main event. We had a Lucha Extrema deathmatch between El Desperado and La Chola Viperess. Yeah, it was a Viper showcase this entire weekend, between the match the night before, this match here, what she did at spring break, then literally later this day. So yeah, they didn't really go too crazy. Again, not much, not really, not glass, not tubes, nothing, just chairs and doors. So what they did use, they showcased Viper's very well. El Desperado picked up the victory. You know, like I said, good use of the weapons they did use. And I gave this match 4 stars. So 2 matches get 4 stars back to back. One just because of the good lucha stuff. This one because it was just on that edge where they just could ream out just a little bit longer and it would be much better. Anyway, I will be back for the next match, which I have to finish watching the show. As of the moment I'm recording this, it's Joey Janela's Spring Break 10 will be our next video. Then we may cover, we'll at least cover the clusterfuck. I'm not sure about FH Big Gay Branch. Maybe I'll just go over a few matches. Because there was a couple that were good. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this match. Until spring break. Peace.